when in every other conversation, we're speaking about women hitting the wall, we're speaking about women having to decide early, we're speaking about women being undesirable. Like, once again, as I keep saying, the contradictions, in my opinion, are glaring in a lot of these talking points. Who can cheat versus who does cheat. Fundamentally, cheating is a character flaw. Cheating is a character flaw. It's nothing about what a person does. It's nothing about how they're not performing.
I appreciate
cheating is a character flaw. I actually think cheating is cowardly. You're unable to verbally communicate what you desire and to make a decision based off of it. So, for example, if you're unhappy, you're unable to say, hey, you know what? I'm unhappy. I'm walking away. That's cowardly. So you decide to just hop, skip, and jump in somebody else's bed and to do some nonsense. It's cowardly. It's weak. You could just stand up for yourself. You'd feel much better advocating for yourself. You'd feel much better saying, I'm not getting what I deserve in this relationship. I'm walking away because I have one life to live, and I'm going to make sure I get what I deserve in this life. That's what would be courageous. But we're sitting here trying to talk, who cheats more, and when this and this, and we're going to do that, period. No, all this nonsense. No, truly, you cheat because you're a coward, you're weak. Right? Like, and that's all that it is. But go ahead.
No, yeah, real quick. So I agree with you that it was coward. It was coward because, like, as an older man, I would tell a younger man, like, bro, just tell her the truth. Just say it. But the part where I disagree, because the way you framing it was that it was because you weren't. Well, it might be for another conversation, but it's not because you're not getting enough or something wrong. Where it literally had zero to do with her at all, ever, to keep it asleep for the most part. So to Willie's point about how men are just wired differently, it literally was like just going to the grocery store, or my homie had a 2-man and he called me and I just felt like I owed him one, so fuck it, I'm gonna come outside.
That's how a lot of niggas do.
So I think that goes back to
on the 2-man, get him 2-man.
Well, I got some point when I said,
you know how many times I've heard that story before?
Hold on, y'all. Hold on.
Talking, Willie.
Like somebody got called for a 2-man. That is great.
That is a character flaw. Like, that goes back to my point when I'm saying it is a character flaw. So yes, I expounded in a different way, but the fact of the matter is that it is still a character flaw. What you and M. White and what you and Mont are speaking to, these are character flaws. This is not natural. These are ways that y'all are socialized to disregard.
This is where she fucks up at. She said this is not natural. It is natural. And this is why it's hard to have these type of conversations with women who think they know everything. You don't know everything. You don't know the type of shit that men deal with on a daily basis, nigga. I get it. Having the discipline to not step out, having the discipline to be a man of your word. Understood. I understand that. But to call it a character flaw? No, you can't call it a character flaw, my nigga, if it's a natural thing for a man. He's going against his nature. And I don't care what none of y'all so-called, oh, well, this should-ism shit. Oh, well, this is should, because a lot of women, they live in what should be. What should be. No, nigga, it's about what is. What's the reality of the situation? There's a lot of niggas out here who, listen, nigga, they get to that point. It happens. Sometimes it happens in the marriage. Sometimes it happens in just a regular relationship. Sometimes niggas that single out here, they just be trying to get it in. She keeps saying character flaw because she's trying to put it. She's trying to deem it as a bad. Oh, well, you just got bad character. No, that's my nature. Now, if you could call it weak. If you say, hey, listen, bro, you supposed to have discipline and, you know what I'm saying, use discipline, but tell that to a nigga with a high testosterone, with a high libido. Tell that to a motherfucker with a high libido. Tell it to him and see how hard that actually is for him to do. To go against his very nature. Not saying I agree or disagree with it, but it's easy to tell somebody, it's easy to tell a person who got low libido, or it's easy to tell somebody who can't get no pussy. They were like, well, shit, I ain't getting it anyway, so that's cool. Or on the extreme side, you got other individuals who used to get it all the time, and so they just get bored. It was like, I really don't care. So I really ain't checking for it like that. So what we talking about? So life is very easy. The youth is coddled, and then females are protected, and you get spoiled rotten egos. Yep, fact.
Commitments. Why a lot of those same men who will talk about cheating this way, y'all can't hold a job. Y'all can't hold a job.
Here we go. Y'all act like niggas who got jobs and who are highly successful ain't not this bitch cheating. Y'all act like niggas who ain't got money. Y'all act like niggas who are on the top tier that we don't hear about. We ain't even talking about celebrities. We ain't even talking about stuff. We talking about people who are actually making money that you don't hear about. They up here acting like these niggas don't be out here getting it in. Come on, man. This is the shit I'm talking about. She's delusional as fuck.
Y'all cannot show up on time to work. Y'all keep getting fired. You got 11, 12, 13, 14 jobs, and that's why a lot of people become podcasters. Like, it's when we're sitting here, like, these same character flaws exist in other sectors of life.
I'm sorry. I'm triggered now. Yep, I called it. I'm triggered. I am 1000% and 110% triggered.
That nigga crazy.
And the reason I say that is because not because I don't care about the podcast shit, nigga. This is a side hustle based off of my job. We're gonna continue to keep building and growing. But the part that I'm triggered about is the fact that she said that, and she the same motherfucker that's sitting on the podcast. Where the fuck that makes sense? You sitting up here downplaying niggas that's on a podcast, yet you the same motherfucker that's on a podcast. What are we talking about? And this isn't like this is your first time. You are a consistent guest on the platform. What are you talking about? You are a consistent guest on this platform. So therefore, what you just did, Miss Pretty Intellectual, you just threw a shot at Lapeef, because that's his platform that you're on. You just threw a shot at Trev Smooth, because I think he got his own shit too. So basically what you're telling me that these men aren't successful. Or any other individual who has success. Oh, I forgot. Maybe because you are born, you aren't entertaining enough, you can't create your own shit and build your own thing up. So therefore, you're going to take shots at other people because you're projecting, because your shit ain't that. Your shit ain't popping like that. Okay. Okay, because ain't nobody checking for you. Got it. So you want to throw shots. Gotcha.
Your credit's bad, right? You eat garbage most of the time. Like, oftentimes these character flaws, lack of discipline exist in other sectors of life as well. And that's why I'm saying it is a flaw. Like, if you lack discipline, if you lack commitment, oftentimes it's not just showing up in one area. It's going to show up somewhere else where you're going to be an addict of some sort, whatever that may look like. It is going to show up. I'm not saying all. I'm not going to say you're all across going to be a POS. No. It is going to show up somewhere else that you have a character flaw.
All right. So I truly disagree with the premise of why women cheat. Former scumbag, by the way. So I can tell you for sure. Women cheat for sex plenty of times, right? And for anything. We can't just say that women are going to be selective about who they cheat with. A lot of times it's that 20%. That 20% is all it takes. If a dude knew how to beat you in the head, that dude could have all the bread. He could be doing everything right except for one thing. Maybe he got a flaccid homeboy. Well, guess what? You're going to get cheated on.
Facts down.
Whether she's bored with you for whatever reason, you get cheated on. I know plenty of dudes who only deal with married women. Why? Because the barrier to entry is extremely low. There's very little that they have to do. All they have to do is the one thing that the other guy is not doing, and the women will give them access. So I think we're pushing out a pretty bad narrative by not recognizing, and we're frankly giving women too much credit for what it is that they are capable of and what they'll do. Because I've seen the other side. I know the darker side of women, and I have a lot of women friends who have no vested interest in keeping things from me. So nah, y'all can't get that off. We know, a lot of us know, right? The people who do it, they know that women will be out here just like dudes will sometimes. So it doesn't take.
Yeah, exactly, Max. She on TikTok, nigga. It's easy to build a following over there on TikTok. It's easy to build a following. All you need is a little bit of consistency. You go live for a little bit, and next thing you know, you're gonna have your shit can spruce up like this. She can't do that over here. That shit ain't gonna translate. It don't translate over here. It's easier over there for some people to do it over there on TikTok. I'm calling it a spade a spade. It's easier for some people to do it on TikTok because it's a lot easier. All because you got to focus on doing the live streams, which is pretty much easy. But also, you can just clip up little shit. Nothing that needs to be well thought out. You can't do a whole 2 or 3 hour live stream by yourself on a landscape platform, on the YouTube, or one of the biggest platforms out here in this motherfucker. That's hard to get into. Can't do that.
Much at all.
So my take on this is that I feel like a relationship is a responsibility, period. I feel like most of us are not in relationships. We're in unhealthy attachments, and there's a difference. The space was created centered around a lack of the foundation and the tenets that you all are seeking as being in a relationship. So there has to be a lack of communication, self-awareness, empathy, emotional intelligence, quite frankly, serenity. Like, we can keep going in circles around this. This is the obvious. I think a lot of transparency and consistency is what makes a healthy relationship, as well as collaboration and cooperation. We could barely get this on a panel. So I couldn't imagine what personal life is like. And I'm not taking shots at anybody. It's just a matter of maturity.
Why y'all niggas why is it so hard for a lot of y'all motherfuckers to be in relationships? Let's be 110% honest about this shit. Half of y'all can't even get in a relationship. We talking about the conversation and having the communication. And listen, bro. A lot of y'all just suck at being in relationships. Just call it a spade a spade. You can't be in a relationship because you think everything's supposed to go your way. You don't know how to get out of your own way. You don't know how to be in a relationship with someone. That's y'all problem. You think it's supposed to look one way, but then guess what? God show you another way, and next thing you know, you fighting with God. Well, God, it ain't supposed to be like this. Well, how the fuck you gonna tell somebody who already know how it's supposed to go? Just because you was watching Disney, you was watching Princess and the fucking Frog, you was watching Beauty and the fucking Beast, and you thought that's how life was supposed to go. And come to find out, life slapped you right across your motherfucking face with a backhand and put your head between the washer and dryer. Now you think, oh, well, all these men just out here trash. Bitch, you trash too. Bitch, you trash too. You just as trash because you suck in a relationship too. How many niggas you had an opportunity with? And why they love you? Interesting. At some point, you gotta look in the mirror and say, I might be the common denominator. You don't want to have that conversation though, because you think you're perfect.
And again, self-awareness. A lot of this reckless behavior that's wrapped in this biological predisposition to sow your royal oats. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You have to learn how to control yourself and be disciplined. And you have to not just say this, we're gonna vet. There's a process, and it should be, but it's not, because we have a culture of what we even accept as culture. Casual sex. It's really no thing or such thing as casual sex when you really elevate yourself and do vibes. If you're a really high vibrational person,
I'm a little cook.
You don't want certain people around you, let alone sharing your body and your existence with them. So a lot of you all talk the talk, but you don't walk the walk. If you really wanted a healthy relationship, you would be responsible. You would carry yourself in that manner. You would respect that. And I guarantee you would get that, because that's the energy that you emit. And you wouldn't want anybody else around you that wouldn't be willing to submit. So, I mean, I get it. But to be honest, the other side of this conversation, outside of men just steady wanting to promote that they just feel like it's in their nature to cheat. And I'm not going to argue with it because I'm not a man. If that's true, right? Then I think we need to have a real open and honest and brave conversation about poly, right? Because I also think on the other side of that too, there's just certain men that they don't want to cheat, even if they do have options, even if the women are out there, even if that is what it is, they just don't want those women because they know it's a difference between quantifiable and qualitative. I can have one quality woman that stands by me instead of 100 dirty broads that I'm really putting myself inside of and risking myself and saying, hey, this is what makes me a man. It doesn't. You're reckless.
It sounds good. I'm gonna be honest with y'all because a lot of people y'all live in these shittism. It sounds good. It sounds good in theory. Yes, there are men that are reckless out here. They just be out here busting in shit. They just be diving in heavy, busting in it, and oh baby, have my baby type shit. Nah, fam. Nope. It's a negative. You can still have a little fun as a man, and then making sure that you protecting yourself, making sure you're taking care of things that's supposed to be taken care of. Some niggas just got, I ain't gonna even call a weak pull-out game. Some niggas just don't pull out and they're being reckless with it. We get that. But what we not about to sit here and do, because a lot of y'all people that y'all probably are married to, and Trail Smooth called it himself, you know what I'm saying? He was a whole bag before, which a lot of men were. At some point, they just say, you know what? I'm tired of it. I don't got the energy for it no more. I don't think that necessarily translates to a man making money, him not having a job, or him not being disciplined in the sense, and people talking about, oh, well, it bleeds over to other things. No, the fuck it don't. It don't bleed into other things. Now, again, some people have an addictive behavior, right? Some men just can't cut that shit off. It's like, hey, man, like, my nigga, chill the fuck out. We understand that, but those aren't the guys those aren't the guys that we're talking about. We're talking about your everyday man, your everyday individual. Let's keep it P. Your average looking man, right? He may not have the best swag. He may, you know what I'm saying, but he can dress, he can put it on a little bit. You know, he can put himself together, right? I'm pretty sure he had a decent amount of women growing up. But at some point, when he found a woman that he rocking with, and he gonna rock with that shit. He ain't out here searching for it. He ain't out here, hey, bro, what up, bitches? What up, bitches? He ain't out here doing that. We're not having a real conversation right now. That's an internet conversation that they're having. All these shit-isms, half of these bras have already been buzzed down by a lot of these niggas that they talking about that ain't disciplined. But now you want to have these type of conversations. Well, you didn't vet properly. Man, listen, bro. You know what time it is from the gate. But you think that man gonna change for you. How many times have you been around a man, right? He give you the runaround. He ain't giving you that time of day. He playing in your face, and you still busting it open for him. But yet you say he manipulated you, right? He was telling you everything. He wasn't calling you. He wasn't texting you all day. He wasn't giving you attention. He wasn't doing none of that, especially if he's single. He wasn't giving you none of the attention. But yet and still, you thought that you was the main one. And now you made yourself look like a fool. He ain't making you look like a fool. So these idiotic conversations, bro, these shit-isms, talk about the reality of the situation. Yeah, there are men out here who done bust it open, who done bust some shit open out here in these streets. That don't mean that they're not disciplined. That don't mean that they aren't getting money. I don't like that. Because I personally don't believe in how you do one thing is how you do everything. I don't agree with that. I don't. Because that would mean if somebody has an addictive behavior on one thing, that means they would have an addictive behavior about everything. Right? So if a person is lazy, right? They may be lazy in the sense of cleaning their house or cleaning their room or whatever the case may be, or cleaning their car. But when it comes to their work and their business, they on point with that shit. They're locked the fuck in. That's why I don't believe how you do anything is how you do everything. I don't believe in that.
It's immature. So like I say, we can keep going roundabouts. It's subjective, but if it's really not, it's objective. If you really wanted to be a responsible adult, you would move as such. So I'll land my plane up.
Why do you say dirty broads like that? Dirty broad.
Because it's always we want holes. It's not like you want a slew of quality women. It's like you always want those degenerate women, like the low-hanging fruits that are easy for you to get in to be accessible to, because you don't want the hard work that you're already putting in to get that quality woman. Like, I guess you don't want more of those. Just want some easy access. Like you were saying, I don't want her because I care about her and I don't care about my woman. She was just convenient. So that's why I say
that's so dumb, bro. That's so dumb. That's so dumb. A lot of times, a lot of people just use hoes just to say hoes. Like, hey man, get that hoe, like as a verb. Hey, get that hoe. These niggas ain't talking about these night walkers, bro. They ain't talking about these night walkers. They aren't. They just talking about the chicks like, hey man, you know what I'm saying? Little shorty over there, you know, I'm pretty sure. Let me talk to her, you know what I'm saying? Let me spruce up a little bit. I'm pretty sure I can get it to bust it open for a real one. But not necessarily the dirty hoes. You talking about, I think y'all thinking about what's her name? Sexy Red type of chick. Man, them niggas ain't trying to fuck on that. Now there are some dirty D niggas that's out here doing that. But niggas ain't trying to fuck on that. They want to fuck with a chick, but she ain't out here fucking around with a whole bunch of dudes though. That's the part that y'all missing. They ain't out here fucking around with a whole bunch of niggas. They ain't out here getting to it with a whole bunch of guys. They're only focused on that one chick. Like, listen, bro, she ain't out here in these streets. She only focused on her job, you know what I'm saying, from time to time. She need to, you know what I'm saying, she want to get her shit off. So therefore, you be the person that she hit up. That don't make her a hoe. Cause she only fucking with you. What you mean?
Like,
if you had a rent, do you take better care of your rental car or the car you actually pay for that you finance in your name? That's why men treat hoes like that. It's the same thing. Niggas want the low hanging fruit because they just want to bust a nut. Niggas are not trying to go out here and start a whole new relationship to get some pussy. So when dudes are out here fucking these hoes,
that's the dirt broads, right? So
I don't know if niggas is out here fucking dirty bitches. That's different. That's
that's nasty. I guess we seeing dirty as
I'm thinking about dirty like your coochie right? Dirty.
The ones that you refer to as convenient. We'll just say that
the low hanging fruits. I guess, man. I guess. Let me know what y'all think, bro. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure I hit the bell notification.